Hello, welcome to another edition of Cooking with Kacy. Today we are going to move into the month of October with our calendar and do the October recipe, which is an apple grilled cheese. So this is kind of a take on a traditional grilled cheese sandwich. It's got some vegetables in it, some fruit with the apple, still your traditional cheese and butter on the outside, but just some ways to incorporate some additional fruits and vegetables when you're eating a grilled cheese sandwich. So let's get to it. Super easy ingredients with this one. We've got some whole wheat bread. We have some spinach, just some baby spinach. We have some sliced cheese. Now this is a white cheddar, so use whatever kind of cheese you like. I happen to like the white cheddar against the sourness of the Granny Smith apple, but you can pick and choose what you like. And then we have some honey. So we're actually gonna drizzle honey in this sandwich, which is a neat addition to this. So let's get started with our apple. So I'm just gonna cut a side off of it just to get me a flat edge. And then I'm just going to try to do some really thin slices. You want those kind of thin so that they'll work nicely on your sandwich. Okay. So this tartness of this apple, this is such an interesting combination, but it works really well together. Okay, there we have that. So I'm gonna turn on our skillet, let that starting to get warmed up here. And I've got my bread that I'm gonna go on and butter the outside. Got my softened butter here. So of course, just with the grilled cheese, we're gonna butter the outside of our bread. Give that a nice good coating so that our bread can get nice and crispy on the outside, which is one of my favorite things about a grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, of course, we're gonna lay that down. We're gonna do a second slice. Get that ready to go. And then we'll start putting our yummy toppings on the sandwich. Okay. Get that down. Let that start to melt. Okay, so we're gonna build our sandwich here. So first I'm gonna have a cheese. Okay, my cheese there. And then I'm gonna take a couple slices of our apple here. And we're gonna layer those on. That's a pretty small one. Let's get another one there. There we go. And then I have my spinach that I'm gonna put on top of that. A nice little pile of spinach. This is a great way to get in some extra vitamins. And then we'll put spinach on this one. Make sure all that gets up on there. If you've got any big stems, you might want to take those off. Poking out everywhere. That little guy up there. Okay. And then we're going to take a nice little drizzle of honey. Just adds a little bit of sweetness to the tartness of that apple. Just a little drizzle. We'll give this one a little drizzle too. Oh, doesn't that look so amazing? You know, we'll take our other slices of bread and give them a little butter too. I love a grilled cheese when it gets this time of year with some nice soup. It's nothing like that for dinner. So, but I like this one because it adds a little extra vegetables to our diet. So that's always fun when you can sneak in some extra vegetables, especially if you have a family that doesn't like to eat a lot of vegetables. Okay, so we'll get that. Let me get my other piece of bread. Thought that I'd melted my butter a little bit better than this, but it's all right. We're just gonna roll with it. It'll melt when that hot skillet hits it. Okay. And just let this cook for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, just until that bread starts to get nice and golden. All right, so let's check it here. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that.
Oh.
It's like a perfect Christmas to that bread. All right, so we're gonna let that continue to cook. I'm gonna clear off my board here so that when it comes out, I can be ready to cut them. So apples are in season right now. It's a great time to use some fresh apples. If you can't get out to a local orchard to get some, they're readily available at most grocery stores right now. Usually, an abundance of apples because it is apple season. Spinach is also in season right now too. So spinach should be pretty easy to find right now. And just add some great nutrients to a grilled cheese sandwich. Something super yummy. Quick and easy. Right, this is going to be probably our quickest video we'll do because there's not a whole lot to it. There's not a whole lot of prep to this. It's just making sure you have the right ingredients and then you can get going with your grilled cheese sandwich. That little check, it still needs a couple more minutes.
You could really get your vegetables in if you had a little vegetable soup or tomato soup or something to go with
your vegetable soup, a little tomato soup with this. Make it a quick, easy weeknight meal. Anytime meal, really, because this is so yummy, you will want to eat it all the time. And I think if you have picky eaters in your house, or maybe you're a picky eater, this is a great way to get a little something extra in with something you probably already like. Not everybody, but most people tend to like a grilled cheese sandwich. So, super great with a bowl of chili, a little vegetable soup, really anything you can get going. And I like a good crispy crunch to my bread, so I'm gonna make sure that this bread is super done without being burned. There's a fine line between crunchy bread and burnt bread, so do it to your liking. And then if you have, some stems peeking out, you can always pull those off if you don't like the stems. Just adds more fiber to our sandwich. All right. Still has a little bit to go. Make sure that they are super done. Turn up that skillet just a little bit. It was kind of low. So it's kind of a fine line. I don't want them burnt, but I want that bread nice and golden brown. So like with this, you get a lot of flavor with that cheese, with the honey and that sweetness that's in there. It's super, super yummy. And once these are done, I'm going to put them out on our board here, and then I'll cut them in half so you can see what the kind of inside part looks like on it without just seeing the
I can smell it. It smells good.
Yeah, they do smell.
I'm always amazed at how much the spinach melts down.
It does. I could have piled even more spinach on there, and it would have, it just wilts so easily. It doesn't take a whole lot of heat to cause the spinach to wilt down. So you could definitely pile more on there and probably would not even notice how much is actually on there. But you're still getting the nutrients from it, which is super good. So, all right, pull that one off. Let's check this one. Use another second, but I'll go on and cut this one open. So you can cut it however you like. I'm a diagonal girl when I cut things, so feel free to cut it however you like. That is what the inside of our sandwich looks like.
I know you can see the apple in there. Spinach. It smells delicious.
Another one here. Look at that crisp as that bread goes. And you can kind of see just those layers just work so good together in there. Just creates a nice little pocket for that super yummy sandwich. So that's it. Quick and easy today. So I hope that you give this yummy fall recipe a try. Enjoy it with your favorite soup. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.